You guys get secrets. All right, guys, welcome to the Q&A. Does it sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, welcome to the Q&A portion. Just for Patreon, we are here to show you the new setup for this segment, and for when I have and for when I have guests that I need to be social distance from. This will be my background. If you can see, I have swords from John Kroll. This actually axe was from John Kroll. This is the hand that you may remember my mother threw at me on stage in Philadelphia and caused a rift. It does make me look fat, but that's fine. The angle is a little fattening, but it's fine. Okay.
All right. You ready for some questions?
Yes. Hello, my patrons. I love you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, you're the fucking best. And if you feel like you're not getting enough from this Patreon, you will be. I just know that this is a fun, lovely thing for me.
All right. Someone asked, what's the problem with Rick Glassman and you?
There's no problem with me and Rick Glassman.
Weird.
Well, maybe people think there's a problem because he doesn't follow me. Oh, I wrote a comment on one of his things. Oh, he posted a thing that was like, Rick Glassman posted a thing on Instagram that was like, hey, if you know any Holocaust survivors that want to tell their story, like hit them up. I'll put them on my podcast. And I wrote, they've been through enough, Rick, like leave them alone. Don't make them do your podcast too. And he didn't like it. So I'm sure that pissed him off, but that's funny. And I'm a comedian, and any comic who doesn't like me is like offended by a joke I made about them. That's just, it's all fair game. I'm going to say boldly that is the case. If you think there's a beef between me and Rick Glassman, it's because, he doesn't like me. I don't have a problem with him. I do think he's fake autistic. I will say that. I was on the spectrum too. It's like, I think sometimes people say that they're autistic so that they can get away with being ruder. But I don't play that game.
Will you ever have Joe on your podcast? Joe Pera, that is.
Joe Pera? I would have Joe Pera on my podcast. Joe Pera, if you don't know who he is so fucking hilarious and you should follow him. Joe and I did Improv 101 years ago and we used to do open mics together. And he is funny as fucking shit. And he's a real weirdo. And he was like that this whole time. We also did it. This is NDA. We were in with this girl who ended up being really crazy, who's very successful now, who's been in a bunch of fucking movies and shit. And she used to be my roommate and she stole shit from me. And I will, in $20 holler, I'll say what her name is. But she's fucking crazy. And we were both in Improv 101 together. And it would be actually fun to see how far Joe would go in talking shit about her. I'll get Joe Pera on.
Donald Trump, mushroom dick or alfalfa sprout dick?
What's an alfalfa sprout dick?
I guess like a really thin, long one instead of like a short, stubby one like a mushroom.
Dude, I don't have any clue. He has big dick and little dick energy. He has both size dicks energy. I don't know. I don't know how tall I would have to see him in person and see how he walks, honestly.
Where is your iconic leopard mask from?
Oh, that leopard print mask is from in West Hollywood. There is a frozen yogurt shop that also, I think, sold thong underwear. And I swear to God, it's from the same people that made thongs. They made these masks, and I love it. It's good material. It's thong material. Reminds of your mommy.
Someone says, I'm a 20-year-old girl with TMJ and male pattern baldness. Will I ever get chosen?
Well, if you're good at basketball, maybe. No, I don't really know what male pattern baldness looks like on women. I have extensions and I don't want to show you, but I have like what looks like a receding hairline. It's always been like this, but who cares? Why would you care? Wear a hat, bitch. TMJ, I have TMJ. You're stressed out. You need to learn you do breath work and meditate and stuff like that. This feels too dark and too light, but it's spooky. I like it.
I'm a fan of yours from Slovakia. And I just wanted to know some funny pickup lines that were used on you.
Funny pickup lines. Your friend was hotter. Good set. After you bomb, you're like, oh, you're trying to fuck me. I bombed. Funny pickup lines. I don't know. Sending a picture of your dick. That's pretty hilarious.
Which iCarly cast member will you hang out with next?
Well, I do know Jeanette and I do know Miranda. I've been hanging out more with Miranda just because she's at Whitney's a lot, but I like them both so much. And honestly, if I'm telling you the full truth, I don't fucking know who else was in that show because I haven't watched it.
Now, this is a question from me. Have you ever brought up the foot stuff with the iCarly cast?
Oh, to see if they've had foot stuff. As a Nickelodeoner, they have to have had some foot stuff. I haven't, but I'm waiting. I want to bond with them more before we discuss foot things from
Would
their
you
childhood.
rather fart loudly every second step or shit yourself every 100th step?
Shit myself every 100th step. Because you can
Prepare.
You can prepare. You can map yourself out. You just go to the bathroom a lot. But farts, you can't hide.
What sparks the first thought that a relationship is taking a turn for the worst?
What sparks the thought that a relationship is taking? Well, one time I was dating this guy and we were on a hike and he tried to do something romantic and I felt nothing. It wasn't like I was like mad, but I never really liked him that much anyway. But he we're on this hike and he pulled me in, the sun was setting and he pulled me in romantically and I felt the absence of love, of feelings, of liking, it was just so weird. I felt empty. I've never felt that with someone the way that it felt like a first date that wasn't going well, but I lived with him. And we were going up the mountain and I would have broken up with him, but if we'd been going down the mountain, but we had to go. And then by that time I kind of remembered I liked some things about him, but it was this weird moment where the world was you're done. That usually happens to me. I'm completely done out of nowhere. But that's because I have unhealthy relationships that burn hard and die fast.
Will you marry me? I'm unemployed and my penis is average size.
Wow, they get me. No.
Opinions on man purses versus fanny packs versus messenger bags versus backpacks.
I'm still a backpack girl. I think boys should wear backpacks. Backpacks are for boys. They're cool. Why would you not wear a backpack? I think they look cute. I would still always have crushes on skaters, I think. Even though I don't act on them anymore because it's pedophilic. And if it's not pedophilic, grow up, stop skateboarding, you're too old.
Should I have sex with my dad's third ex-wife?
Yes. I'm a person that goes for the story. Your dad, if your dad finds out, it's kind of you married 3 people, you've damaged me. I am all fucked up. If your dad married 3 women, you're all fucked up. And it's 100% his fault. You would do something and act out sexually, doing something fucking your dad's wife. That's his fault.
All right, this isn't a question. This is just something interesting that I saw on here. The same guy that said this, let me be your Jamie Vernon, please. I'm colonizer, white trash too. Also, legally make DMT at home. And then he also said, brides wear silk dresses made by Asian children and rocks harvested by starving Africans.
Now I know who this is. Okay, I can taste who this is. This is my friend Chris from $20 Holler. He is such garbage white trash. Chris, you are trash. And I trash these trash. Realize. Okay? Chris, we're cut from the same dragon cloth. Can you guys see that these are dragons?
Joanne's
this is going to
cloth.
this is going to be brighter next time. We're experimenting. This is a little spooky. I think I want it to be a little bit brighter.
You don't like the spooky?
I mean, I like the spooky, but I want them to see more of the dragons.
I can't
They're
see
breathing
them.
fire. They're so cool. And this light, it's so cool. Set designed by Todd. Also, if you want videos done, hit up Todd, but you're on my Patreon, so you probably don't. But Chris, you're trash.
How many clays did you hit while shooting?
I hit 2 or 3 maybe. I missed more than I hit, but I'll get better.
What is your favorite Winona Ryder film?
I used to watch How to Make an American Quilt. I had it. It was one of my cassette or my VHSs that I had. But that's really because Jared Leto was in it, and I was so obsessed with him. He was so hot. He was only in it for a second. But I was really into I was so boy crazy, any romantic, and I was so fucking boy crazy. I was so boy crazy. And I liked Reality Bites. I loved, and Beetlejuice, obviously. Winona Ryder's been in a lot of good things. But you know what movie I liked her in the most was the video surveillance at Saks Fifth Avenue. God, that is her best work. Winona, wino forever. That bitch stole. So funny.
Is the end goal for you to get a sitcom/TV show, or are you a stand-up only?
I feel like more than just I love doing stand-up the most, but you do podcasts. This is really fun for me. I like doing this. I like to talk. I mean, I think it would, if I was able to have a already canceled talk show type thing where I can just say what I want, I would definitely do it. But I'm definitely not interested in, I don't want to be censored. I like to be uncensored. I think I'm funniest when I ramble. So I would want any sort of project that allows me to speak freely and do stand up all the time.
Will you tune into the next Red Bar episode to elaborate your Jules is funnier comment?
Why would me tuning in elaborate it? This is Red Bar's listeners are not, they're ding dongs. What do you mean elaborate? Tune in, you mean will I call in to elaborate? If Red Bar can find my phone number, he can call me. How about that? If Red Bar can get my phone number, I will answer and I will chat with him. Sometimes I watch it and sometimes I don't. Every once in a while, I got 10 hours to spare and I'll watch it. I tried to clean my house the other day and I got trapped on Red Bar.
How easily do you think you could get your number?
I have no clue, but I am open to a call if he wants. He's funny. And Jules is pretty. I'm sorry, I'm a girl. She's so pretty.
Someone just wrote high and tight or dangle balls.
I think that's your mom's house reference that I don't really get. High and tight, or you're asking about actual balls. I don't care. You're kind of asking me, do I like younger or older guys? And I wasn't an older guy fix, but I realized they're not only do their balls dangle, their dicks dangle because they're never hard. And I don't really have time to be getting these dicks up. So I'm going younger. I'm going high and tight, baby.
With the constant joking about fucking women, have you considered actually acting on it?
I got fingered by a girl, and it was actually post-college. It was post-grad. People were very nervous. It started to get real. She looked like a boy. It was confusing. We were best friends. We worked at a bar and restaurant together, and she planted seeds. She was trying to get in it, and she eventually did get to finger me. And I felt like once she got her second knuckle in, it's like she fingered homophobia into me. And I was like, get your finger out of me. Rhymes with Bob Saget. And then I was really bored. And then we just smoked Marlboro menthols for some reason. I remember. Not into it. But who knows? Life is a journey. I could see myself. Listen, if Whitney made me eat her pussy, I would have to do it. She's my queen.
I'm pregnant. What's the most important thing to teach my child?
To say nice things to yourself. I think you got to tell your kid to be really nice to themselves. And I think every night you should go to bed and talk about the things you're grateful for. And you should always find a way what your kid is naturally good at and encourage that. Because I think we all have our little talents. My mom was good at teaching me to draw and stuff.
Do you get upset if Esther turns down a hang or vice versa?
I already answered that one.
Oh, did you?
One. Also, Esther's so way more into me than I am into her. I'm the alpha.
Okay, running out. A lot of people don't ask questions. They just go, "You're the best. You're so good." Have you ever done stand-up in the UK or anywhere outside the US?
I did stand up in Ireland. I have no clue if that's considered the UK. I think it is. And it was so fucking fun. I did the Vodafone Comedy Festival in Dublin. It was amazing. I literally can't wait for this disease to be cured, this virus to be handled. I don't know what the terms are. You guys are going to make fun of me. I'm your favorite tart. I just cannot wait to travel. I cannot wait to do stand up all over the place. I'm so fucking excited. I hope this podcast blows up and I get fans everywhere and I can try. It literally would be my dream.
When are you going to the OnlyFans for your feats?
I'm not going to make an OnlyFans for my feet, but I am still committed to making a joint OnlyFans with Josh Potter, where you will see feet. They will not be mine, but maybe they will. Have to join to see.
All right. And just going to find the last one because
this is so fun, you guys. I love my Patreon. I don't lie like that either. I'm not like, oh my God, it's so big. I'm just like, yikes. Is it cold out? Like, better turn the heater on. Does that make it bigger? Do your guys' dicks get bigger in heat?
Your balls get dropper.
I just want to thank my dear assistant. He is just so smart. For him to take off time from reading books and learning to come here and just say such beautiful things like dropped her.
All right, this will have to be the last question because it's the last one that I could find. Do women actually have dick appointments, or is that just something for the Twitter TL, whatever that means?
Timeline. Dick appointment? What the fuck? Sometimes you wake up, you have a biological clock that says I need to have babies, but there's also a suck a dick day biological clock that you have where this doesn't happen anymore. This was in my 20s. It would just be like this power moment where I would wake up in the morning and go, it's suck a dick day. And I would just like whoever I'd been flirting with, I would just show up at their house or their hotel room or their office or the parking lot they were an attendant at and the Verizon kiosk they were working at, and I would just blow them. But that's not my life anymore. So,
okay, actually, I found a good one. Do you flush the toilet when you pee, or do you keep peeing on the pee?
If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, let it sink around town. I've never flushed a toilet in my life.
All right. I think that's all she wrote. Taylor Swift or Katy Perry?
I don't give a fucking shit about either of them. I don't know anything about them. It's like sometimes I hear a song where I go like, okay. Like I have a Taylor Swift album on my phone, so it comes on my shuffle every day, but I skip it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm Kesha, baby. No, right. I don't. What?
All right.
You guys, this is so fun. Thank you so much for being my Patreon people. And please, if you want to know the name of that famous woman that is a stupid cunt, join my $20 holler. All right. Check for scheduling. I love you guys. Thank you so much.